Hi GOR, this is your first lesson, so this is Unit 1, Lesson 1. It's nice and short. It's basically just going over some geometry vocab. We're going to do more extensive vocab in Lesson 2, but this goes over what we call undefined terms. So these terms don't really have a real definition, but we use them to describe other things, so it's important to understand their meaning. So the first undefined term is a point. A point is a dot that shows location. Okay, so a point is a dot that shows location. We really use a point to label stuff, to identify stuff, to name stuff. A point, technically, it has no shape to it and it has no size to it. It has no shape or size. But of course, when we draw it, like if I was to draw a point right here, I draw like a little period. So that would be point A. We always use a capital letter to name a point. And again, my example would just be point A, the same one that I have over there. I use a capital letter, and it's really to name something. I'm going to use it to name lines. I'm going to use points to name angles. I'm going to use points to name figures, quadrilaterals, triangles. So points are really used to name stuff. All right, a line is another undefined term. A line is actually made up of points. It's made up of an infinite set of points. At a minimum, I need 2 points to form a line or to name a line. Because a point has no shape or size to it, a line really has no thickness or width to it. Now, obviously, when we draw it, we can see it, but technically it has no thickness and it has no width to it. All right? And we name a line by any 2 points on the line or by the lowercase script letter that's next to the line. So if we're looking at this line over here, I can name this line N, and I'd have to write out the word line N. I use that lowercase script letter that's off to the side. Okay, I could call it line XY. I use the 2 points that make up the line. Or the one that we'll usually do is we do XY and then I do like a little line above it. I could also call this line YX. That's the same exact thing. It does not matter the order of the letters. Collinear points. See that they have the word collinear, has the word line right there. Collinear points are points that lay on the same line. Non-collinear points are points that do not lie on the same line. I must have at least 3 points. So if I was to have like point A, point B, those lie on the same line, but once I put in point C, those 3 points do not lie on the same line. And we'll talk more about collinear and non-collinear tomorrow. And then I have plane. A plane is a flat surface that is made up of points. So it's a flat surface made up of points. I actually need 3 points to form a plane because 2 points would just make a line, but 3 points would make up a plane. Now a plane extends infinitely in all directions. It extends forever and ever. You can think of your desk as a plane. You could think of the floor as a plane, the ceiling as a plane, the wall. Now, obviously, those have borders to them. But if you're trying to, envision what a plane is, you can have any flat surface. Technically, though, it does extend indefinitely in all directions. Now, to name a plane, we need 3 non-collinear points on the plane or the uppercase script letter. So like that P right there that doesn't have a dot next to it, that's not a point. That P is just to name the plane. So I could call it plane P. Or I would say plane, and I use the 3 points. Those are the ones that have the dots next to them. Plane JKL. Now does it matter the order? No, I could call it plane LKJ. Any 3 points that are non-collinear name a plane. Coplanar points are points that lie in the same plane, so all of these lie in the same plane. And non-coplanar points are points that do not lie on the same plane. In that case, I have to have at least 4 points. All right, and then we're just going to talk about intersecting lines and planes. So 2 lines intersect at a point. So I have line S and line R right here, and they intersect in the middle at point P. So 2 lines intersect at a point. Two planes, though, intersect at a line. And we're going to do some practice on this on your homework. Two planes intersect at a line. So if I have plane L and plane M, they intersect at K. Think of the wall and the ceiling. So you have a wall and a ceiling, and they intersect, that crease right there where they meet, that's a line. So two planes intersect at a line. Okay, so you're going to do the practice that goes along with this, and we're going to do some more vocab tomorrow.